Hey, what's up, everybody? Here for my 3 times a week Facebook Live Q&A, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time, which it is, and today is Monday, obviously, so I'm going to answer the questions I have beforehand. I took 4 of them, so I'm going to go ahead and answer those. If anybody sees this live, go ahead and comment, and I will answer here, and if you see this later and would like the question answered, comment, and I will answer it on the next live. All right, let's see. What happens if you eat too few calories? Okay, so it's a bit of a broad question, but I'm going to say, if you eat too few calories for a day or two, it's not a big deal. This myth of starvation mode, of your body just freaking out if you have a day where you eat too little, not a thing. Where starvation mode is a real thing and can become a problem is when you eat too few calories for a sustained duration of time. And we're not talking days, we're talking more like weeks, months, that kind of thing. When you eat too few calories for sustained duration, your metabolism slows down, and that is where your body that's where you'll run into some weight loss plateaus, things like that. And also, if you eat too few calories, that's typically not sustainable. So because your metabolism has already slowed down, when you start going back to, people don't usually slowly ramp up. They usually hit a rough patch in life and go to eating a certain way. So when that happens, their metabolism doesn't have time to kind of slowly work its way back up. So then they'll store more fat. So long durations of really low calorie, not good. If it happens for a few days, not a big deal. All right, let's see here. If you're not able to work out right now because of energy issues, is just a caloric reduction the best way to lose body fat? Well, a caloric reduction is always the best way to lose body fat, regardless of whether you're having energy issues or not. I would, I won't go too deep into it because you didn't elaborate, but I'm not gonna I would say, what are the energy issues? If there shouldn't be I don't know that there are any energy issues aside from some kind of serious illness, where you can't do any type of workout, but regardless, exercise, it helps with weight loss, it helps with losing body fat, but the main benefits of exercise are other benefits that I won't get into here because it's not really the question. A caloric deficit, making sure you're burning more calories than you consume on a consistent basis, that is the best way to lose body fat, regardless of whether you're having energy issues or anything like that. So hope that answers it, man. Let me know what else, if I can elaborate any more. I'm trying to cut my answers down a little bit, if you haven't noticed, trying to not just drone on like I do sometimes. All right, let's see here. Karen, what's up? She says, how do you get unwanted weight off your belly? How do you get unwanted weight off your belly? So I know I'm being redundant here, but it's a calorie deficit. There's the myth going around, it's old, and I feel like it'll never die, of spot reduction, where people think that if I do something like an exercise that targets my stomach, then I'm going to lose body fat in my stomach. Targets my chest, or targets my legs, I'm going to lose body fat in those areas. It's not how it works. So being in a caloric deficit, burning more calories than you consume, is how you... Oh, that's a plane. I was like, what is this? Being in a caloric deficit is how you're going to burn body fat, and unfortunately, we just can't decide or choose where our body burns it first. Most people burn it, most people, you'll notice it in their face first, and then probably their arms and legs, and it's different for each person, but basically your body's going to lose the fat in the order it loses it, unfortunately. What you can do is you can build a little muscle in those areas. So you could build a little muscle in the stomach to where as you lose fat, the muscle is built a little bit, so you see definition a little bit faster, and you probably will get closer to the look that you want anyway. So that's how I'd answer it, Karen. Sorry, I know it's not the answer you want, but you just have to stick with it, and you will get there, I promise you. All right, let's see. Matthew says, all right, What are your thoughts on intermittent fasting? Do you see benefits of combining it with the 5x5 StrongLifts app weightlifting protocol? I also row for 15 to 20 minutes. I've done them separately, but I'm considering combining them. I like the ease of IF versus counting macros or diet. Since I now pastor, I don't have much of my diet when invited to a congregant's house. Oh, dude, that makes sense. When you're when you're going to somebody else's house, yeah, you can't really control it. Okay, so let me say two things about this. If weight loss, losing body fat, more accurately put, is it is part of your goal, then IF can help. It is not perfect for everybody because some people don't like it. I, for instance, get super grumpy when I do the IF. So I don't fast for fitness reasons. But if somebody does fine on it and they feel good on it and that is able to help them stay in a caloric deficit because they eat in a smaller window, so it's harder for them to overeat. And by overeat, I mean you eat in a caloric surplus when you're trying to lose weight. If that's the case and it helps, then it's good. And I would say doing that along with a 5x5 lifting program is a good idea, but when trying to lose weight. But if you're trying to, if you're asking if doing that is going to benefit the strength training program, no, not necessarily, not any more than anything else. What I would tell you to do, if you're trying to lift and you're trying to do IF at the same time, make sure that if you can, you do the training when you're in a fed state rather than in a fasted state. Make sure, so if you're doing the traditional, 8-hour window or 6-hour window, I would say try to work out somewhere a few hours into that window so that you get the benefits of having the carbs, having the carbs and the energizers in your system so that you can do more on that workout. Because most people who are doing a program like 5x5 are trying to get stronger. And so if strength is a goal, you're going to get stronger faster when you're training in a fed state. You just will. Okay, so that is how I'd answer that. I've not seen any other questions come in, so I'm going to wrap this up. And if anybody has any other questions, let me know and I will answer them later. I've tagged you guys who asked them here in this post.